We are joined right now. It is our great pleasure to welcome the President of the United States, Donald Trump, calling in. Mr. Trump, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good to have you on Fox and Friends today.
And we'll see what happens.
Mr. President.
I'll tell you what, you have a lot of very, very bad people. And, you know, you look at the previous administration, they went after like a few, and she was getting them at levels that nobody's ever even imagined before, and it had nothing to do with her. No, I think this goes to the highest level. I hate to say it. I think it's a disgrace. They thought I was going to win, and they said, how could we stop him? A lot of it had to do, they say, with Ukraine.
But Mr. President,
it's very interesting. It's very interesting to countries when there's this kind of corruption.
Right.
And if you look at my call, I said, you know, corruption. I think he said it to me. He got elected on the basis of corruption. And I also, by the way, and they're benefited a lot more by Ukraine than we are.
But Mr. President, can I ask you?
Like a massive wall, yes. Why aren't they putting up money? How come it's always the United States that puts up money? The suckers, and almost everybody admits it, between rebuilding our military, the biggest tax cut in history, regulation.
Would you say they've been in your way? Would you say they've been in your way?
Well, wait a second. 2 Supreme Court justices within a few weeks. Anybody that's ever had the position in a short time. But they haven't made it pleasant. They're bad people. They hurt a lot of innocent people. People came down here. They got served subpoenas by Mueller and the crew, and they went through 2.5 years. They found nothing. So when you say that, I think we've had the most productive presidency ever.
But who is your source that's telling you this?
I can't tell you that. I can only say that we have a lot of information that a lot of bad things happened. But what they have coming out, I hear, is historic. That's the way it was explained.
All right, coming out in December.
Historic.
All right, Mr. President.
Of course, the fake news will try and downplay it, but all she said, she's like paralyzed. She cannot do anything.
Well, Mr. President.
I predict she won't do USMCA. And they didn't put that in. That was the end of him. I said, turn off the television. That's what he said.
Right.
Now, with all of that, of course you have to look at the Navy dishonorably. He gets thrown out of the Navy shortly thereafter and made no money. Went through, made no money.
But Mr. President,
then all of a sudden his father becomes VP, and he's making millions and millions of dollars, not only from there, but from China. Made up my statement.
Right.
And I said, who made that statement?
Right. Mr.
He
President.
made it up. And then after he got caught, 3 days later, he started saying parody.
Right.
The thing I did that was right, Brian, the thing I did that was right was I released the transcript of the call immediately.
Right.
Had I not done that, I would have had a big problem. Big problem. Because they all lied about sue him. The Republican Party can't sue him. And one other thing before we get off, the Republican Party. Oh, yeah, well, I know. We can keep this going all day, right? It's easy. But look, politicians, they have lousy policy, but they stick together, and they're vicious.
Right. Well,
they're more vicious, frankly. But the Republicans, with his way.
What's your first question for Adam Schiff?
I almost said something that might have been slightly controversial.
Yes.
I didn't just say. I'm learning. See that, Steve? I'm learning. But after all these years, I finally learned. But look, I want to see. The whistleblower is, in my opinion, a political operative, just like his lawyer, who's one of the worst people in Washington.
You think you know who it is?
I know exactly who it is. Everybody does.
Is he still there?
Media.
Is he still there? Does he go to meetings? Does he go to meetings?
And by the way, you know who the whistleblower is, too. Otherwise, you're not doing your job. You know who everybody does it. If the whistleblower were on the other side, they would have revealed the whistleblower 2 months ago.
Mr. President.
But the Democrats and their machine, the media machine, and it's already been acknowledged that his staff met with the whistleblower, okay? It is probably more than his staff.
All right, so...
You know,
go ahead.
No, but the one I want to testify most is Shifty Schiff, and I want to find out, and where, frankly, the Republicans became so incredibly unified is after they read my statement.
Right.
Every one of them said, the only ones that are a little off on my statement are the people that haven't quite read it yet. They say, well, this isn't impeachable, but they didn't people that are never Trumpers,
right?
Clinton people, and sometimes the never Trumpers are worse than Clinton and Obama people. Believe me, you know. I mean, it's an amazing phenomenon.
But that's
don't
one thing.
forget,
President
don't
Obama
forget,
released
Brian.
yes.
Well, listen to this for a second. The people. And
Right.
now it turns out that the whole impeachment thing is a
Okay,
scam.
gotcha. So,
and
Mr.
now on top of it, now you're still in the history of our country.
And if we could just now let's switch and let's talk a little bit about 2020.
Oh, I'd like. Let me just interrupt for a second, Mr. President. You said we know the name of the whistleblower. We've seen names on the internet. We have no idea who the whistleblower is.
Right.
No, I don't believe. Steve, can I tell you? I know you.
I don't know.
Well, I know you. I
I've
don't think
seen
you've
names,
ever
but I don't
told
know who
a
it
lie
is.
in your
But
life.
it's a. All right.
I don't think Steve has ever told a lie, Ainsley and Brian, in his life. But that one, I'm sort of thinking, oh,
Right.
come on.
So you expected
you're a great person. I'm always telling people I watch your show in the morning. I don't watch the other garbage.
No,
that would love to have
we've
me
seen
on. They'd do
names
anything to
online,
have
but
me on.
Mr. President,
Right.
we don't have any verification.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anyway. We're not going to
You
use
don't
it.
need
We're not going to use it.
verification.
Yeah.
You know exactly who it is, Steve.
Right.
Okay, but Hunt, which has gone on from before I got elected.
Well,
If you look at we talked about the insurance policy, right? I didn't fire Comey, I would have been in some trouble right now.
And maybe you should have done it right away.
Because they were coming after
But, Mr.
me, and I
President,
wouldn't have known that he was a phony,
Right.
and that Strzok and Page and all of these people, McCabe, the whole gang of them, we wouldn't have been able to find it out. Turned out to be the best move I've ever made, firing Comey, because they were looking to take down the president. We have the wall is electrified so that if anyone touches it, we know exactly what's happening. We can get there within minutes. No, we built
You
that.
electrified the wall?
We're building a fantastic wall, and without the wall. Now, it's very simply, we have loopholes, and they're called loopholes for a reason, because they're loopholes. I could end those loopholes in 15 minutes with crazy Nancy Pelosi and Schumer. So if you had somebody beating up vets, stealing from the VA, you couldn't fire them for any reason.
that's certainly something to run on, and they are appreciative. On the economy,
No, I got that.
President Xi.
But listen, rebuilding the military, all of the things I've done. Plus, we've had fed the line, the media fed the line about us paying. Now, normally you would pay for tariffs, but China...
But you heard what he just said, Mr. President. He wants to do a deal. I very rarely see that. We want to work out a phase one agreement.
I didn't like his word equality because we started off so low. We've lost $500 billion a year for many, many years. We've rebuilt China, and I give them a lot of credit. The ones I don't give credit are our past presidents, and because we're starting off from the floor and you're already at the ceiling.
Not to mention,
so we have to have a much better deal. The bottom line is we have a very good chance to make a deal.
And not to mention what's happening in Hong Kong with these with the pro-democracy protesters.
That's a complicating factor. There's no question about it. And if it weren't for me, Hong Kong would have been obliterated in 14 minutes. He's got 1 million soldiers standing outside of Hong Kong that aren't going in only because I ask him, please don't do that. You'll be making a big mistake. It's going to have a tremendous negative impact on the trade deal.
Okay.
And he wants to make a trade deal.
And if I could just...
Brian, one thing before I get off, I just want to say one thing. We have the strongest economy in the history of our country. We now be the largest economy in the world. They're going to surpass us, expected to, in the second year of the presidency. Right now,
but
they
the
are
farmers
so
do
far
need
behind
relief.
us, they'll never catch up.
But the farmers were hoping for that huge purchase, and it looks like they want to do a deal. But
Brian, they have it. Wait, just one thing. So they have it because I said, how much have the farmers lost because of China targeting them? Sir, $16 billion and $12 billion the previous year. I gave them $12 billion out of the tariffs, had tens of billions left over, and I gave them $16 billion out of the tariffs and had tens of billions left over, goes into the Treasury. Brian, our farmers are doing great.
Right.
And now we just signed a deal with Japan, $40 billion they're buying from the farmers. We just signed a deal with... So the doctor goes, sir, would you like to go out, because I had 3 hours, would you like to go out to Walter Reed and do your first part of the physical?
Right.
I said, yeah, go ahead, let's go. So we go out. I go there. I meet with parents. One in particular, I meet with the wife and family of a young soldier who was being operated on and lost his arm and lost a leg, horrible thing. And I spent time with them. Anyway, Oh, the doctor gets on. He said, no, it's just, it didn't matter. No matter what we told them, they were going with it.
So your health is,
Mr.
President, your health is fine.
Well, let me tell you this. I just got back from Austin, Texas, where I was with Tim Cook. He's going to be building a $1 billion facility to make whatever he makes. You know, that's Apple. And he's going to build this incredible facility. We toured another facility where they make the Mac Pro, which is phenomenal, which was opening. The reason it opened that day no, it's a disgrace. Let me just tell you what it really is. It's fake, disgusting news. I'll let you know. You know what? Nothing wrong if you're not feeling well. I have
right, but it wasn't on your schedule, and so people thought, there must be something.
No, because the doctor said, sir. I'm not blaming that. But
get a phase done.
Would you like to go in and knock off half of your physical? I said, you know what? That's not a bad idea because I had 3 hours.
All right.
So, Mr. President,
between that and watching a football game that I didn't want to watch I had 3 free hours.
All right.
And he said, would you like to do it? So here's the thing. It's so disgusting what they do because they knew it wasn't. Our country is doing great. We're respected again. Our military is strong. We have the #1 economy in the world by far, and China's never going to catch us as long as we have a smart person where I am. They'll never catch us. They've had the worst year they've had in 57 years, and we've had the best year we've ever had by far. So it's good. I get the word out on your show. I love your show.
Thank you so much, Mr. President, for being with us.
President Trump, thanks so much.
Thank you.
All right.
Goodbye.